Greetings, Makri, Salamat, Abargani. My name is Ahjamu Umi, and I'm the author of The Courage Equation. It's a 542-page, action-packed literary fiction piece that deals with issues of battling white supremacy, battling patriarchy, and doing it in a way that's action-packed, full of humor, and something that will give you thought to how you look at those issues and our place in this society we're in today. So what I want to do here is I'm just going to read a quick excerpt of the book that deals with how the book flows through those issues. Now, the main character is named Ahjamu Umi. She is a white woman who lives in Africa and who is in the United States engaged in an undercover mission against white supremacists. Now, the book is presented through Ahjamu's eyes, but the book is not about her as much as it's about how she interacts and processes and engages while living, organizing, and working for social, political, and economic justice within a dominantly African or black environment. And this is critically important because I think it gives a great lens for those people who say they want to be white allies to African liberation, how you do that properly and respectfully in a productive way. So I'm going to read a segment of the book. This particular segment of the book, Ahjamu is undercover. She's on the tail of a notorious white supremacist. She's in a small town in northern Mississippi. And she goes into a nightclub and she has an interaction with a few young African or quote-unquote black females in Mississippi. And this exchange deals with how she interacts with them, how they interact with her, and how they address the social issues of the day that I've never seen any other literary fiction addressed, or even any nonfiction, for that matter, in any kind of cognitive way. So we'll do that. Apologize for some of the language. You know, these interactions are real interactions. They're not, some of the words used are not words that I use in my day-to-day work, my day-to-day life, but this is how people talk. So I'll read this segment for you. I'm looking for a way to occupy my time tonight until about 11, when I'll go and see Adisa. There's a nightclub I pass several times on my way to and from the hotel that always has good dance music blaring. I decide I'll give it a try for a bit. I'm in full disguise, but since I'm pretty sure this is an all-black establishment, I'm not really concerned about running into any white folks here. My hair is cropped and jet black. I have on a pair of jeans and a plain blue t-shirt. When I enter the place, loud Southern-style hip-hop is playing. Is it T.I., Lil Wayne, Jeezy? I'm not sure. I laugh to myself when I think about how Adisa starts to complain the minute he hears this music, but I love it. I wish I could dance, but I definitely don't want to call any attention to myself. There's little doubt that this 5'10" white girl's firm command of the beat would certainly attract plenty of stares, so I just order some food and sit quietly in the corner to people watch. There are pool games going and people gyrating on the dance floor. That's the thing about Africans. Whether it's Mississippi or Accra, dancing is an integral part of the culture. It's not just something you do at special occasions or when you're drunk, like a lot of white people. I'm not saying all white people, but far too many of us. It's only about 8 p.m. and these Africans are dancing. At this point, I'm the only white person here. Soon the place starts to get pretty crowded. Eventually, as seating becomes scarce, 3 20-something black ladies come over and ask me if they can sit at my expansive table. Sure, I say to them with a smile as I gesture at them to sit down. They respond favorably, and once they sit, 2 of them start talking intensely to one another. After several minutes, the third one, who had been bobbing her head to the beats along with me, decides to break the silence between us. So, not to be rude, but why would a single white girl come to this club except to try to catch a nigga? Excuse me? You trying to get a black dude, huh? You like fucking black dudes? Well, I guess the answer would have to be yes, since I'm married to a black man. So your husband here with you? No. So you trying to get another black dude? No, I just wanted to hear some good music and be around something affordable because I stay close by. I'm not trying to pick up anybody, believe me. I love my man completely. I wish he was here with me. By now, the other two ladies have become interested in the conversation. Where's your man at? He's recovering from an injury. Why you not home taking care of him? I was, but he's under doctor's care. Oh, well, I hope he's okay. He's fine. He just needed a break. I just needed a break, so I came in here. One of the other ladies pipes in. It's funny how you can come in here and no one makes you feel unwelcome. But if we went to a white club, not that we'd want to because we wouldn't, but if we did, we wouldn't be allowed to be comfortable there like you seem to be coming in here. I nod understanding. Believe me, you aren't missing too much. Don't get me wrong, I'll always be a cowgirl at heart, but you aren't missing much by not going to white clubs. The third lady comes in closer so that she can also be a part of the conversation. But it ain't really the point about missing anything, she says. It's the point that things ain't fair. You a white woman and you can go wherever you want, but we can't. That's the point. We were just talking about this earlier. We think it ain't fair that you can be white, come in here and get respect from black dudes, but it ain't the same for us when we go into a white club down here. Yeah, I've seen that too. This is a sick and messed up society, in my opinion. I won't argue it has devalued black people, especially black women, for hundreds of years. The three ladies stare at me for a moment, turning to one another and chuckling among themselves. Obviously, you ain't from around here, the first one says, because no white people in Mississippi talk like that. I just smile without responding for a few moments. One day, I hope we can live in a better world. I really do, I tell them. Now, I recognize this song. It's T-Pain's Bartender. I bob my head along. Well, you have a good time tonight, and if anybody does bother you, you let us know. We talk over the music sporadically. I survey the place and the dance floor, which is filled up at this point. I'm surprised, pleasantly so, when Skilo's I Wish I Was a Baller starts playing. The last thing I expected was to hear a West Coast classic in this club. I'm moving pretty intensely to the beat, but still seated. Finally, a guy who's been trolling back and forth by our table stops in front of us. He looks right past my three table mates and directly at me. Want to dance, Snowflake? I'm not sure if I'm more offended at the fact he called me Snowflake or that he's completely overlooking these three very attractive African females to pursue what I'm sure is a completely stereotypical and dysfunctional advance towards me. Dude, first, I'm no snowflake. Second, how is it you can look over these beautiful young ladies just to seek me out? The guy, who's wearing shades, grins widely to show a mouth full of gold teeth. Ain't nothing. You looking like you want to dance, so I just asked you to dance. My three lady friends are silent, staring at us, making it clear to me and him that they want to dance with him about as much as I want to renounce my Ghanaian citizenship. I extend my hand to the guy. Thank you, but I'll politely decline. The guy grabs my hand, shakes it, but doesn't let it go. Instead, he apparently thinks refusing to let my hand go while pulling me out of my seat against my will is funny. I really don't want to attract attention to us, but his actions are pretty obvious. So I could quickly stand up and move towards him as if I'm going to cooperate with him. But once I'm in position, I suddenly jerk his arm towards me. When he stumbles forward, I straighten his arm out and twist it back sharply behind his back. Then I firmly kick him in his backside away from the table, letting him know this is no flirtation. He staggers forward a few feet, actually bumping into a few people on the dance floor. Then he regains his balance and swirls around. He starts at me in a menacing way, but when I step out prepared to defend myself, he stops in his tracks. He grins again and waves me off as he walks away, mumbling something about me being a female dog. One of the ladies stands up beside me. Damn! That was some cool-ass kung fu type shit you put on that motherfucker. Can you show me how to do that? I would love to put moves on that on these dudes when they get out of line. I laugh and then conduct a slow-motion demonstration on grabbing someone's arm and using their momentum against them. After going through that a few times, I continue to sit there enjoying the atmosphere with my new friends when I notice another white woman in the club. She's draped all over an African man, grinding her body against his, kissing him and grabbing his ass. I decide the display isn't all that interesting until it dawns on me that the white woman is Susie from the hair salon I've been working in. I wave my hands in front of the ladies to get their attention. First, it was that fool who just came in here. Now it's this female. That's what you girls are talking about. She can waltz up in here and be queen for a night, which isn't a luxury afforded to black women anywhere, even by many black men. Damn you right, the First Lady responds while glaring at Susie's antics. You said it better than we did. I don't care about that dude because I don't want him. But it's this woman that's what pisses us off. It's not because she's white, because we don't have a problem with you being here. I mean, now we know you're not here for that. It's because she's just using who we are to get a dig for the night. I would bet she wouldn't even be seen around black people in the daylight. I can tell you for a fact that your last statement is fully accurate. We continue to stare at Susie. She's obviously intoxicated and it's dark in here, so there's little chance she would figure out who I am. As I sit there, I remember that I agreed to have a social outing with Lou Rawley in a few days. Great. I know I'm going to have to continue to see him in order to get the information I need, but I still haven't entirely processed my anger from the groping session after Saturday's dance. And I need to do that before I see him again. He knows where Dan Sands is. Damn, life sucks. All of this is absolutely disgusting. I decide I've seen enough of Susie. I've enjoyed you ladies. Have a good rest of the evening. You leaving? How long you in town for? We should get together with you. We would love to talk to you more and have you show us more of them moves you got. I'm just here for a short time. What's your name anyway? Yvette. It's been fun hanging out with y'all. Well, we hope to see you around town. I wave at the ladies and make my way out of the club and over to visit Adisa. As I'm driving, I can't help but think that after spending the last year in Africa at After being here seems so surreal. So that's an excerpt from The Courage Equation. I think it gives you a flavor for how the book flows, how it addresses many social issues that are pretty much off limits and taboo. And I think it addresses them in a very constructive and productive way that demonstrates to us how we can work together to solve some of these issues in ways that advance us as society for all those who believe in justice. So I encourage you to check out the book. It's outstanding. 542 pages. It retails at around $17. It's about 3 cents a page. It's positive literature, uplifting. Again, it advances the notion of women's empowerment and liberation, advances the notion of battling white supremacy, and does so in a way that makes us challenge how we see those things. The Courage Equation is the book. You can order it online from any of the online sites, Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, etc. It's also can be ordered through any of your bookstores if you call them and just request it by title, The Courage Equation, or by my name, which will be in the credits. Thank you for spending this time with me. I hope you like the excerpt. I hope you read The Courage Equation, and I wish you forward progress.